Welcome to the CSSC Podcast, recorded on the 1st of April 2019. I'm your host today, Anton. I'll just jump straight into it, I guess. We'll start off with CSSC news. For those who are interested, the club room is still closed. And we don't have any update as to when the club room will be available again. Basically, we've been told that it's basically a black mark against the club, and that if anything similar to the events that occurred 2 weeks ago or so happen again, we will be losing the club room. That's about as much as I'm going to go into detail with today. If you wish to have more detail, there will be a SGM, so Special General Meeting, on Tuesday the 9th of April during the barbecue. Kai will be running that, and there will be a vote. Well, there'll be a motion that Kai will be stepping down as president. There'll be a vote, it'll be a paper ballot. This is her choice, but basically she's left the decision with the people who are coming to the SGM, whether or not she should step down or not. If it is found that she is stepping down, we'll need to then elect a new president, and if one of the current committee members moves up into president, we'll need to re-elect their position, which would now be vacant. Technically speaking, Kai can replace a position lower down. I don't think that's ever happened, as far as I'm aware, like within the CSSC or any other club. But that's that, I guess. I won't dwell on it too much, because that's something for the 9th of April, I guess. I don't have any UWA news this week. I wasn't able to find anything of particular note, just going through stuff. I guess it's not really of note, but the food trucks that have been on Oak Lawn will soon no longer be there when the we'll just call it, reopens with the new food places. I don't know how important that is to people, but it very well might be. Yeah, that's about it for guild news, I imagine. As for general tech news, Walmart is doing something similar to Google Stadia. I mean, I know we don't have Walmart in Australia, but it's just sort of, I guess, a show of the times that everyone's trying to get into this. You buy a computer that's not good enough to play games, and then it's played on some server elsewhere. It may work okay, may not. I don't know. I don't really trust the model of Netflix for games. It just sort of, I don't know. Like, I like to own things, I guess. Speaking of Netflix for games, Apple had an event last week before. I don't know, my news is gonna be like delayed by a week or two each time I do this. Basically there's Apple Arcade, which is basically what I just said, like it's a game subscription service. I don't think this one's like streaming like Google Stadia or whatever Walmart's doing. It's just, you get access to a bunch of games in your app store. You can download them, play them, whatever it is. Let's see. The intro to the Apple event is such a pile of dog shit. Like, I can't express that enough. Yeah. There's the Apple credit card, which is like Apple Pay, but on a credit card, which seems a bit dumb, because I thought the whole point of Apple Pay was that you didn't have to carry a card around with you. But I don't know. There's Apple Plus News, which I wrote down. It's like news, but on your Apple device. Not that exciting, I guess. Crysis, I believe it was. Crytek, rather. The people who made Crysis have shown RTX-like visual effects without using RTX. So, that's kind of cool. I'm just going to speed through the rest of this because, bugger it, can be another short podcast. I'm here on my own. Doesn't really matter. No one's going to properly listen to it after the CSSC news. Let's be real. The Ghanaian currency was absolutely destroyed thanks to a glitch in Google software. I quickly read the thing, but I can't find it now. It was basically the currency conversion stuff was way off, and it just it was just a pain, I guess. Not a pain, just a thing where it's like your currency's worth nothing. There's no VPN ads allowed in China, which, because VPNs help you get around the Great Firewall, so advertising that sort of stuff is obviously illegal in China. I included this article about a robot teaching itself to walk, so it's... From the pictures, it sort of looks like the Boston Dynamics Little Dog or Big Dog or whatever it's called. And basically they told it... It's like a self-learning algorithm sort of thing. Self-learning? Yeah, basically it's like reward it when it looks like it's sort of walking, and it's really kind of cool. It's I don't know, I found it very interesting, so I included it. And there's Microsoft antivirus for the Mac, because nothing says irony than releasing antivirus for a system that doesn't get viruses, according to anyone that's an Apple fanboy. And yeah, I don't know. That one tickled me a bit as well. Yeah, like, I'm rushing through it because I'm more doing this out of an obligation and a commitment to myself to do it. Yeah. One day I'll think of like a way to sign out these podcasts. But for today, thanks for listening. Bye.